Gaming Bolt presents 50 mind-boggling details in Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 follows a ruthless gang led by Dutch van der Linde. With Arthur Morgan by his side, life is good. That is, until something goes wrong during a heist and the van der Linde gang is on the run. Venturing across the Wild West, players control Arthur and attempt to avoid the authorities while ensuring the gang's survival. The living world promises an array of side missions, memorable characters, and interesting activities to explore. With just under a week left in the game's release, let's take a look at 50 details that are completely mind-boggling. The clothes. Depending on the kind of clothes Arthur wears, the player's performance in the game will be impacted. If you wear heavy clothing in summer, your stamina will get drained quickly. Facial hair. Arthur's facial hair will grow in real time, so you may want to visit the barbershop pretty frequently if need be. Feeding your horse. Keep your horse in pristine condition by brushing it and feeding it. Your horse is the best companion in the game, after all. Reloading. Reloading sees Arthur reloading one bullet at a time in all his guns, and he also has to pull back his weapon's hammer before he can fire it. Skinning cutscene. Apparently, the mini cutscene you see when skinning an animal has been changed up from the original Red Dead Redemption, and now you'll see Arthur physically skinning the animal the way the animal is supposed to be skinned, though it doesn't seem like the animation will be too long drawn, in case you're worried about that. Additionally, while you're skinning an animal, you'll be able to see the wounds on its body from when and how you killed it, including entry and exit wounds from arrows or bullets. The camera. You will have a camera in the game which will allow you to click. Guess what? Your hat. Arthur can lose your hat, but don't worry, it'll still show up as a marker in the minimap. Bounty. You can actually pay your bounty by visiting the law offices around the world's map. Decomposition. Kill an animal and leave it be, and it'll gradually decompose over time. Kill cam. So yeah, there is a kill cam, just like Max Payne, and those will become more violent if you become a murderer in the game, or you can choose to be a nice boy and the kill cam will be much more stylish as seen in movies based on the Wild West. Weight. If you eat a lot, Arthur's gonna gain a ton of weight, so it's in your best interest to live a fit and healthy lifestyle in the Wild West. Cameras. The game features several camera angles allowing you to play in full cinematic view if you want. First person mode. Yeah, just like Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption 2 can be played completely in first-person mode. Train tickets. You can fast travel using trains, but you need to buy a ticket. If you won't, expect trouble from the law. Newspapers. You can buy newspapers in the game and it'll cover the latest happenings in the game's story. Hunting loot. As it turns out, hunting loot can decompose over a period of time, so whatever you want to do with it, you have to do it fast. Weapon degradation. Use your weapons too much and it'll start degrading. Weapon jamming. Degraded weapons can jam on you just like they would in real life. A stage show. You can check out various NPC activities like stage shows to catch a break. Demanding your money back. If you don't like the stage show performance, Arthur can demand his money back. Whether or not they give it to you is an altogether different story. Showing your moves. Arthur can dance. There's nothing else to say here. Swimming. Arthur can swim, unlike the Marstons. Eagle Eye. The game has an eagle eye system that'll help Arthur to track and sense animals for hunting. Taking a bath. If you get too dirty, you can take a wash and clean yourself up. Don't take a bath. Okay, so if you don't take a bath, the NPCs will run away from you. The reason? You stink. Shooting off hats. Yep, now you can not only shoot enemies, but you can also shoot hats. I wonder what else we can shoot in the game. Warning shot. The power of intimidation. Instead of killing your enemies right away, why not give them a warning? Secret missions. Get closer to your crew at the camp by completing missions. And you never know, they might give you a secret mission or two. Breakable weapons. If you shoot at an enemy's weapon, it might break. The camp cycle. Your camp follows a closer to real-life schedule. Your team have to have their own activity cycle, so some of them may be available only during certain times of the day. Dirt. Dirt will accumulate on Arthur's hands, body, and clothes, all in real time. Horse bonding. Arthur has to build a bond with his horse. If the bond is lacking, your horse won't respond and may even become violent. Eavesdropping. Arthur can sit in any chair and just eavesdrop on any conversation. Maybe, just maybe, new secret missions will get unlocked this way. Consequences. NPCs won't forget what you did. Fight in a gun store last night and show up the next morning, and don't expect the owner to be gentle with you. Strangers. Strangers might give Arthur a lift wherever they're going. Prey. Each animal has a prey rating. Hunt down a prey with higher ratings and you might get more money in return. 60 hours. The game is 60 hours long. That's 2.5 days. Not too shabby, right? Hard work. The game was developed using 2,200 days of motion capture, a main story script that's nearly 2,000 pages, 500,000 lines of dialogue, and a whopping 300,000 animations. NPC dialogue. Each NPC has roughly 80 pages of dialogue. That is a lot. Permadeath. If your horse dies in Red Dead Redemption 2, it stays dead. At this point, you're stuck with only one option: getting a new horse, starting from scratch, and building up that bond all over again. Wildlife species. The game's world will have around 200 species of wildlife. It makes you wonder, are there going to be any secret beasts to hunt in the game? Wildlife behavior. Animals will change their behavior according to the season. Given that there are hundreds of different species in the game, we expect each seasonal encounter to be pretty different. The largest map. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be Rockstar's biggest map ever made. Deadeye. Deadeye will be fully upgradable in Red Dead Redemption 2, unlike the previous game. D-Horse. You can name your horse whatever you like. Horse commands. You can command your horse to run for its life if there is danger. Melting snow. Snow will melt on Arthur's clothes, possibly in real time. Mirrors. Arthur can see himself in a mirror, and he's not afraid to make a comment on his own appearance. Weapons. Weapons are always physically present with Arthur, and they won't just pop out of anywhere. The catalog. Want to buy a new weapon? Visit a store and you'll be able to browse a catalog which will be filled with illustrations and descriptions for every weapon. And that wraps it up. If you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing to our channel. We upload new videos daily. Also, don't forget to switch on the bell notification icon, that way you don't miss out on any of our videos.